Hi everyone, I'm Kalyn, and before I get further into my talk, I would like to conduct a social experiment with you all today. I will ask you all a series of questions, and in response to those questions, I would like you all to please show a thumbs up if you agree with the statements, or a thumbs down if you disagree. Okay, great. Have you ever experienced the feeling of not belonging, possibly feeling out of place, or even an outcast in your community? Were these experiences possibly linked to the type of clothing you're wearing on a particular day? Maybe you're wearing cultural clothing, or maybe it was even due to a hairstyle you're rocking. Maybe it was a hairstyle that was different from those around you. Or maybe it was even due to your skin complexion or native accent. If you can personally resonate with any of these scenarios, then this talk is for you. Throughout my childhood and early adolescent years, I struggled with just this issue, trying to fit in, trying to live up to the expectations of others, and even becoming a people pleaser in the process. So today I would like to share 2 childhood experiences that really led me to finally come to a place where I can fully love and accept myself for all that I am, fully. This first childhood experience of mine begins in my childhood elementary school called Spring Creek. During my 4th grade year, I vividly remember befriending a girl named Lauren. And Lauren and I met through a Girl Scout organization, which really helped us form a close-knit, tight relationship with one another, and even formed a friendship that would last years. During the same year, later on, I met 2 other girls named Sydney and Vanessa. Now, in my school, Sydney and Vanessa were very popular, and I never understood why. But for some reason, people in my school just grew a strong liking to them, and I was very intrigued and wanted to know why this was. So not long after, these 2 girls invited me to be a part of their friend group, and of course, I accepted and would later go on to regret. So for context, in school, I was never considered the super popular kid, but I was mildly popular and had accumulated a decent amount of friends, so I wasn't friendless or a loner, as some may say. I would also like to think that I am a genuinely nice person and with manners and acted the same way in and outside of my school environment. However, after befriending these 2 new girls, I began to notice sudden alterations in my behavior. I began to exclude and become very selective with who I chose to surround myself with and let into my inner circle of friends. And this was very unlike me. One particular day at recess, I remember just minding my own business off to one end of the playground, and my 3 other friends, Lauren, Sydney, and Vanessa, were off to the opposite side of the playground, also minding their business. However, one moment later, I happened to glance at the other girls and noticed that they were harassing my friend Lauren. Now, one of the most important things my mother has always taught me to do was to do the right thing, even if it's not the most popular, even if it's not the right choice or the coolest option. And with these morals and advice in mind, I decided to do just that, to stand up and come to my friend Lauren's defense. Right after I did this, I was able to see the true colors of my 2 new friends, Sydney and Vanessa. Both girls unfriended me and ended our friendship right then and there, all because to help someone who's being wrongfully mistreated. Now, one of the most important things I lost sight of was my friendship with Lauren. While Lauren was a very shy girl, she was also very kind, charismatic, very loving, very generous, just all the qualities you could ever want in a person or friend. And even up until this point in my story, she continued to stay loyal and by my side, even when I betrayed her trust in our friendship. And these are particular qualities that I will always be grateful for about. I realized that it's more important to prioritize meaningful relationships over superficial ones, and that you should surround yourself with people who will accept you for you and people you don't necessarily have to put a facade around or filter yourself around, rather than vice versa, forming friendships with those you feel like you can't be yourself around. This next story of mine begins with myself and a hair straightener. Now, for context, in school for context, my hair is naturally very curly, coarse, textured, very thick. These are particular qualities that I absolutely hated about my hair and wanted to change. So that's exactly what I did, or at least to temporarily resolve this issue. So to kind of resolve this insecurity I had been battling internally within myself, I decided that I would ask my mother and women at my local hair salon to frequently flat iron my hair. And this quickly became a frequent practice, and I began to see detrimental results to my hair. My hair began breaking off. There were split ends occurring with my hair. My hair was just the unhealthiest it has ever been in my life. And I was just very unhappy with myself and my hair at this time. Until one day I discovered a singer called India Ari who created this song called I Am Not My Hair. And this particular song really changed my perspective on how I view myself and my hair, and is what really started my self-acceptance journey. In this video I will play for you all now. This song, released by American singer and songwriter India Ari, I Am Not My Hair, was released in 2006 and became the most popular phrase that took the whole hair care world by storm. The meaning of this song is basically that your hair should not define who you are, and this singer encourages women to look inside and beyond the physical attributes of ourselves. And while your hair should be used as an accessory in a way to express yourself, it should not consume you and become your whole personality. Rather, you should embrace it, your natural hair, and be proud of it, while also being your own person alongside your hair. Okay. So after discovering this song, a change ignited in me, and I decided that this was going to be the moment I was going to take better care of my hair. So my mother and women at my local hair salon would often put natural hair products in my hair and would style my hair in more protective styles. And as a result of this frequent practice, I began to see astonishing results. My hair began to grow back much longer and healthier, and my curl patterns began growing back. My hair was just the healthiest and greatest condition it has ever been in. So not only did I realize that, firstly, me and my hair are more than enough, but also that my hair is so versatile and so flexible. So one day I can wear my hair in an afro, or even in afro puffs like I am right now. Or I can even style my hair in a more straightened look, or even in protective styles. And these are particular qualities I have really grown to really love and accept about myself and my hair. So my takeaway message for you all is that I want you all to embrace and be proud of your differences, and rather than view your differences as limitations and disadvantages, use them as advantages and opportunities to really help understand the perspectives of those around you, and really help educate yourselves in others' cultural backgrounds and stories. So, as American weathercaster, journalist, author, and television personality once said, "Always be yourself. At the end of the day, that's all you really got. When you strip everything down, that's all you've got. So always be yourself." And that concludes my talk. Thank you.